Hi, I'm Joe Herbert, your Erie real estate agent. And today I want to talk about how to buy a home in 2025. I did a previous video on how to be the best buyer. And if you're thinking about buying a home in 2025, go watch that video, how to be the best buyer, and also watch this one. And as I mentioned in that other video, I think we're still going to have competition to buy homes. I still don't think there'll be enough homes on the market this year. There are still too many sellers with low interest rates that don't want to sell. Even if people need the upside or downside, if they've got a 3% mortgage and they don't want 6.5%, they're not selling. So I think we're still going to have a little bit of a shortage this year. So if you're thinking about buying a home, you want to put yourself in the best position to be able to win that deal and get your offer accepted. And so these are some very good criteria, okay? Probably half my clients are sellers and half are buyers. So if you're a buyer, I don't care who your agent is, but follow this. It's good advice. Okay, so how to buy a home in 2025. So first of all, I think this is really important. Work with only one full-time agent. Okay? I get people that call me and they see a house on Zillow, they click a button so that my agents or I get the call. We don't know them. We've never worked with them. They won't come in the office and have a buyer, interview with us. They just want us to run out and show them the house. And if they like that house, maybe, they'll let us be their realtor, okay? And I won't get into what came out of the NAR settlement and, agency agreements. I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. But, and then they don't want to commit to working with us. They're like, well, no, I'll get back to you if they don't like that house. And they call another agent when they want to see another house and another. And the problem with that is you don't have an agent that's working for you. You're going around bouncing from agent to agent to agent just so they'll open the door for you. The best thing you can do is talk to a few agents, find one, sign their exclusive agency agreement, okay, and let them be your agent because they will start calling you when everything new hits the market. And, by the way, if it's a hot property that's priced right and it shows great, they're going to jump to get you in there right away. You call these agents you don't even know, they might get back to you, they might not. You want priority, you want service. Pick one agent. And I say full time because there are agents that dabble in this business and there are people that do this for a living. And again, if this is all your agent's doing, right, they don't drive Uber, they don't deliver pizzas, they don't have a cake business on the side, they don't work as a school teacher, just pick one full-time agent. Because that's the other thing. If this is all we are doing for a living, we're going to jump when you call us, okay? You want service. You want to get into these homes as soon as possible. Second thing, I go on and on about this, but get pre-approved with a local lender. There's no sense in you looking at houses if you don't know if you can buy it. Is your credit good enough? Can you get pre-approved for enough to buy that particular house? Get pre-approved so you know you can buy and you know how much you can spend. Also, when you reach out to a really good realtor or you write an offer on that house, when they see your pre-approval, now you're going to be considered to be the buyer of that house, okay? And I say local lender, and I'll tell you why. So many people go online, they find all of these online mortgage companies I've never heard of, and they get pre-approved. Many of these pre-approvals fall through because they don't ask you for your tax returns, they don't check your credit. You just fill out a form, whatever you want, and they pre-approve you based on that. They're not good pre-approvals. We've got great banks and great mortgage brokers right here in Erie, okay? Find a local business that's here in Erie. I know how these mortgage brokers here and these banks here pre-approve people, and I trust those pre-approvals. So get pre-approved with a local lender, okay? Number 3, don't spend any money after you're pre-approved. I've had clients that have gotten pre-approved and then they went out and bought a car and their debt-to-income ratio changed. And then we wrote an offer on the house, and it turns out when they went to apply for the loan, they couldn't get the loan. And by the way, a pre-approval and a loan application are two different things. You can get pre-approved so you know if you can buy and how much you can buy for. But when you get a house under agreement, that's when you go and actually apply for the loan, okay? And I've had that happen where people get pre-approvals, they spend a bunch of money, they incur more debt, their debt-to-income ratio changes, the lender doesn't know it, I don't know it. We write an offer, they go and apply for a mortgage and they get denied. Okay? Don't spend any money after you get pre-approved. Number 4, Be ready, okay? Make it a priority. If your realtor calls you or your realtor emails you about a house that just came on the market, you don't get back to the realtor and say, well, I'm golfing tonight, and tomorrow we're doing this, and Thursday the parents are coming over. Maybe I'll get back to you. Maybe this weekend we'll go through it. You're not going to get the house. Again, if it's still on the market, you aren't going to want it because there's already been 10 people that have been in it, and they didn't want it. It's just a fact, okay? So make it a priority. Get right in there with your agent. You can golf next week with your friends, okay? Make it a priority. Number 5, be ready to make an offer, okay? The days of you going and looking at a house and going, I think we kind of like it. My parents will be in town next week. Can I bring my parents through when they get here? Don't do that. If you really love the house and your realtor says it's priced right, write an offer, okay? Don't play around. Number 6, listen to your agent. Again, if you're working with one full-time agent who's a good agent, and by the way, you can go on Zillow and look at their reviews and how many sales they've had, and make sure they don't do anything else for a living, then they know what they're doing. Listen to them. If they say the house is worth it, it's worth it. Don't throw out a low-ball offer. You're going to offend the seller and not get the house, okay? Listen to your realtor. They'll tell you what you should and shouldn't put in your purchase agreement. Get a good realtor so you know you can trust your agent. Minimize contingencies. And I'm going to do another video on all the different contingencies you can put in a purchase agreement. If your offer is contingent on you getting a loan, that's called a financing contingency. Obviously, you can't get rid of that. If you've got to have a loan to buy the house, you've got to have the financing contingency. Then there are a whole bunch of inspection contingencies. And of course, the lender is going to order an appraisal. So even though it's not written in there, there's kind of an inherent appraisal contingency. But if the home is in great shape and your agent says, hey, this property is going to go fast, it's in really good shape, I would skip getting a home inspection, then listen to them, okay? I don't recommend buying a house without a home inspection, but again, minimize contingencies. That's going to increase your chances of your offer getting accepted. So this is how to be the best, I'm sorry, not the best buyer, I already did this, but this is kind of the advice and the process if you want to buy a home in 2025. Work with only one full-time agent. Get pre-approved with a local lender. Don't spend any money after you're pre-approved. And I'm not talking about buying groceries, okay? I'm just talking about don't go buy new furniture, don't go buy a boat, don't take on any new loans, don't run up credit on your credit cards. Be ready. Make it a priority to get in to see the houses. Make an offer right away if you like the house. Listen to your agent. Let them help you. Minimize your contingencies. So that's how to buy a home in 2025. I hope you like that. I'm Joe Herbert, your Erie real estate agent. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, I can help. Text or call me 814-602-6181. And as always, thanks for watching.